If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. I put my money in a strong position. They try to tell me I can't win, it's just a stupid superstition. Cause when I focus, you will notice that I'm winning. We demolish every bookie, there ain't no competition. Now listen, I would never give you shitty picks and do you wrong. Come and join the Discord, tell these bets and hit the bone. Cooking up a parlay super unders and a song. We be really winning, this ain't just to make another song. So if you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash.
we coming in and we taking all the money.
Just cash.
They can't do nothing to stop us.
Just cash.
Hey, fuck these bookies, man.
Just cash.
They wanna limit me cause I win. Label me the enemy cause all I do is win. Just give us a try, this is where it all begins. I'm not gonna lie, all I know how to do is just win. If you love making money and wanna win,
Just
they wanna
cash.
limit me cause I win.
Just cash.
If you love making money and wanna win,
Just cash. Just cash.
Just cash.
love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash. Love making money and wanna win.
Just cash.
We just chillin' and we vibing with our friends.
Just cash.
And if anything in doubt, we pass. Rookies all hate us cause we played it just cash.
Hey, hold up. Fuck, I lost too much money on that shit. You fucking fuck off. Hey, it's
Just cash.
Hey, it's just a game. It's just a game, E. Why you getting so mad, man?
Oh, sometimes you're in too deep with the game. You never know.
I know. It happens sometimes. You start calling it rigged and stuff is what happens.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes it be like that, you know.
Well, what you got today, man? How you feeling? Everything good?
Oh, pretty good, man. We're back to the grind. It is Taco Tuesday. I actually forgot about that until right now. I think I saw the LeBron taco with like 10 or 15 minutes left. Looks like they're doing the same old. So we got hockey is going to be our next taco. Let's see. Boston versus Edmonton. It's not a bad one. The hockey tacos. They've been, I would say, probably the most reliable. Taki's a little hot, spicy chip.
Yeah, they are. I was just thinking about them. Those damn Takis. Then Doritos came and just copied them. Made them easier to eat. Isn't that what happened?
Yeah.
Thought so.
I mean, they go back and forth with ripping each other off, but yeah,
Oh, okay.
That's basically.
Gotcha.
All right, y'all. Well, it is time. It is Just Cash back here for the grind, and as always, joined by Underrated. How you doing, man?
I am fabulous. I am very good. I was saying last time, you have those days where shit doesn't go all the way your way, and you know that it's the betting gods are just against you. The universe is against you at times. But that was one day about 5 days ago now, and I feel like we're past that. I'm definitely past that. And I feel like these college plays, especially these couple you found this morning, are what we've been looking for. So I'm excited to break these down with you and see how they turn out later today. Because like I was telling you, bro, those are the plays, man. You found those plays. Bookies are asleep on this stuff because not that many people do it. So that's why we're about to make some money with it. And that is the shit. Talking to your dog?
Yeah. Seeing Alice over there being weird in the corner, I'm like, just go sit down, child.
Alice?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. You can have him bark and stuff whenever you tell him to? That was cool. Looked like she talked to you.
Yeah. They bark a little too much sometimes. All right, y'all. Well, let's get into it. But before we do, if y'all could do us a huge favor, make sure and hit that like and subscribe button if you're not already. Help us get to that 1K on the road to 1K. We're still doing that. So we appreciate you guys hanging out here with us. And as always, helping us fight the algorithm. So, and if you guys want to make sure you catch those early leans and overnight plays, check out the Discord. Still links down below. We're still running that 7-day free trial, and it's been pretty good, man. I got to say, overall, month has been pretty solid. I know yesterday with NBA was definitely kind of weird. You know, we had some really, really tough beats, a couple weird rotations. Our live plays that we did catch, besides the RJ Barrett BS, where he played a completely normal game, trailing by 20 points the whole time, but neither here nor there. The Maxi absolutely smashed for us, and both of the Detroit guys came through after we got that Asar Thompson news, or Amon Thompson. But yeah, we live on. College yesterday, though, we went 2 out of 3, so pretty excited to see that. And just a friendly reminder, you know, we are here mainly for college, so that's the primary. And yeah, we got a lot of plays for today. I think we'll go over first the plays that we had posted in the Discord. These are all bump plays, so up to you guys if you want to play the bumped or adjusted lines, or if you can find alt lines that are about the same, then, you know, that'll be on you there. But first up, we knew this was going to bump last night. Actually was shocked to see PrizePicks had this available at 15.5 as well. Yeah, he's 16.5 basically everywhere else now. He was bumped up, I think, first thing this morning, or maybe even sometime through the actual night. But opened at 15.5. I know he let us down this last game. Just had really struggled from the field. Granted, it was a tougher matchup, but they are back at home, and Cincinnati has definitely been disappointing, to say the least, as far as like closing the games out and playing defense. So Cincinnati again on the road. Gotta love Baylor at the house, and I think we're gonna go right back to a sprinkle of VJ. Now I say a sprinkle because we also did have a hedge play, same team, and it's gonna be Big Omir, 23.5 PRA. I believe he's 24.5 on basically every site now, so we did lock in that early value there. I believe Coach was pretty high on him. There's really, really good offensive rebounding and free throw upside. Cincinnati's really struggled from those, mid-range shooters as well. So a lot of things that he does, really, really well lately, especially with VJ kind of struggling. But one of these two guys, if not both of them, should get there. So we're going to take at least a little half and half. All right, next up, we had 2 plays. One of them still not adjusted, so very surprised to see Big Toppin all the way down to 14.5 points. Yes, this last game, he did let us down with the early foul trouble, and the game ended up blowing out too, so Coach really didn't have to run him. I think he only played 14 minutes, but he was 17.5 this last game, and overall in the season, he averages like 18.6 points. And this is just a crazy, crazy line movement, especially, considering the context of some of the more recent games. But yeah, we got to go right back to the well here. It should be another competitive game. And as long as he keeps his hands to himself, we saw last game how quickly he was racking it up in the second half. So got to go back there. Got to spend some coin on that today. And then we got Cam Jones. He is 16.5 pretty much everywhere now, but we saw him 15.5 and absolutely love this. Great 3-point matchup for him. That's all he does basically from the field. And this last game, he ended with 14 points, but the game was a blowout. Excuse me. The game was a blowout, so he didn't really have to do anything down the stretch. And, you could definitely tell he was just kind of lobbing up threes there at the end of the game. So back to reality here. Should be a competitive game, and I love that 15.5 points. All right, we got 2 more. This one we've talked about in the last, at least yesterday during the stream. I know we had it paired with RJ Barrett and that BS news, but Cooper Flagg, 18.5 points. We knew this for sure was going to bump up to 19.5, and he basically is that everywhere, so not surprised. All right, and then the last one that we had for bumped plays, Big Zuby. Got to go right back to him. I believe he missed by 1 this last game, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Mm-hmm. Missed by 1 with that foul trouble.
Yeah, the foul trouble again. So, just an inherent risk of some of these college, especially the younger players. But this guy's been absolute beast for the team. Honestly, they should never take his lines down. And I know the field is betting on him too, so it's kind of interesting that they open him at this generous line. If you guys do have FanDuel, he might still be available at this line. I wouldn't count on it, but do check there. But we did lock that in last night for one of our other plays that we have. at least for right now, as far as everything that's bumped, all those, I believe 5 plays. Yeah, 5 plays. All right. So there is that from last night's dinner, and today we're going to see what we can come up with. Now, we already talked about Toppin. We'll just kind of go over some of his metrics in general. I mean, this dude is just a usage monster. Basically, yeah, 33% usage rating across the season so far. I mean, an absolute stud for the team. And you can see his points. I mean, they're being very generous with this. I mean, we already had one game where he had 14 anyways, but foul trouble. And then this game was a blowout too, where he only played 25 minutes. I would say easily, I mean, competitive game, this dude's going to go out and give us 30 minutes. But they haven't seen too many competitive games, which is kind of funny. And now we have, unstoppable force, immovable object. Both teams are 10-3. Both teams also 1-1 in their conference and also have losses to top 25 teams. So this one, really, really, really healthy pace. And obviously, foul trouble is going to be what it is, but we got to go right back to this. I mean, this is just crazy drop off. I mean, the dude averages, like I said, 18.6 points on the season. That's way too far of an adjustment.
Heck yeah. Why is it that low?
I mean, so let's say if we took it back to last game where he was at 17.5. So he obviously would have missed his 15 points here. And the last 4 out of 5 would have looked like this. But the context that we know, obviously he just struggled. This was a tougher matchup against Syracuse. Still played 30 minutes and, just wasn't efficient in that game. But then we had blowouts. Close game where he absolutely went off, and then this game where he had foul trouble, and it was also a blowout. So, yeah, on the surface, the last 4 out of 5 doesn't look that pretty, but this is so much of a drop-off and an adjustment from last game. Like, I can't even rationalize why it dropped 3 whole points.
Now, you looked at the BYU matchup, and BYU's a little on the tougher side, right? They're not a pushover.
Yeah, where's that at?
But I feel you, bro. It's big JT. I was just saying BYU that he's going against. Maybe that's part of the reason it's so low.
Yeah, and I get that. There's definitely some risk with the matchup itself, but this guy in a close game, I mean, outside of, really this one game here against Syracuse, I mean, he's been very proven. He was able to do that in a lot of more competitive matchups. So I think we just got to give him the benefit of the doubt here and take advantage of just that line movement itself.
Yep. I feel it. I love it. I'm excited for today. There's some W's about to occur today in college basketball.
And I will say, just for kind of, interesting, he really hasn't had back-to-back bad games at all this season. This game, he only played 25 minutes with the blowout, but still that, kind of nagging injury right there. We just got to put some coin on him today, man. I'm feeling it. Bounce back spot here.
For
gotta
sure.
Have it.
I mean, look at that game, bro. That's the last game he had 14 minutes from foul trouble and blowout. Combination of the two.
Yeah, and the coach was kind of being fickle about him too with his rotations. He could have totally played more minutes than that.
Well, they were up 40. They were like, what, or 30. They were like, whatever. Same with the one before, like where he only had 11 points. You look at that and go, oh gosh. Didn't he get hurt in that game though? That's why he only played 25 minutes.
Yeah, he got hurt in this game, so he was definitely having himself a game.
So look at that. I'm sorry, but as you go down the list, bro, there's not one game he scored under 14 and a half where there wasn't a crazy reason. It was either injury or foul trouble or blowout every single time.
Yeah, I mean, honestly, you could tack on easily another 4 to 5 minutes here, and I think he could have came up with, at least for the line today, he could totally come up with another 4 points to get that.
For sure. I like
He's
it.
He's also one of their icing players too. So if they are able to, like he's the check down guy that they inbound to. So he down the stretch, he gets a lot of free throws attempts.
Gotcha. That's always a big deal at the end. How many times have we had a prop where we're a couple points, we need a couple points, and we're watching the game like, please foul our guy? That happens very often. So that's a big deal.
Oh, yeah. Man, I think, honestly, the running theme so far of our college season is the second half. Our dudes have been putting in work, legacy coverage after legacy coverage. I mean, the second half master.
You know what I think a lot of it is, man? In college, they go to their star players more than even NBA. They just go. Regardless. And we're usually on the star players, so they're coming through in the second half. There's been a few times like VJ keeps shooting bad and things, it's basketball. Shit happens. But for the most part, man, we're profiting almost every single day. We've been killing the last few weeks. That one, like I said, I keep bringing up that one Saturday because I played some personal plays that all went in the shitter. But for the most part, this has been actually really fucking good. And the season's really getting into, the good games, the good matchups. We're learning out with the data. Bro, it's on. If people are here right now that haven't been following and you just found this and you're like, hey man, NBA is just a little bit boring this year. You can't deny it. You might love NBA, but you can't deny it's a little bit boring. It just is. College is not. It's the opposite. You turn on a college game and everyone's screaming and yelling. The game is important every single game. It's awesome. And it's even better now. And the bookies fuck up more. We get to win money and watch games that are fun. Come on, man. Let's go.
Yeah, and some, as you mentioned with the bookies being slow on stuff, that's exactly what we're going to talk about. A couple plays today that are, a lot of the times they're only looking at, those last 4 or 5 games. So they're pulling data typically from that, but also factor in the full season. So a lot of the times, like Thelwell the other day that we were talking about, he ended up playing like 38 minutes or something that game and just absolutely wrecked his PRA line.
Bro,
so there's a lot of plays that are like that.
Like your plays that you have the next two. Segue, perfect. Those next two you found this morning. The exact same thing. It's like bookies don't really know who those players are. Most people don't know who those players are unless you're a diehard college fan. But, I mean, look at the Starling and the McCollum props that you have there. Like, those are the right idea. Like, those are players that are supposed to be way, way, way higher. They're just not because of whatever happened in the season so far.
Yeah,
so it's beautiful.
No, and it's funny too because there's definitely a lot of times where we see these bench players who are already playing pretty well during the season, and one of the starters who is just going down a really rough patch. These coaches are don't put it past them to make mid-season line changes and adjustments, and we've seen plenty of these teams where a starter move to the bench and they thrive in that role. They actually do better, and then there's some guys coming in off the bench who were already playing like a starter and now they just get solidified minutes. So just trying to find that median there with the minutes adjustment. And sometimes there's some pretty wild discrepancies, like big who is it, not Seamus, oh my God, who was the 10-5 points we played last game? I don't know why.
Oh, Skillings.
Yeah, Skillings.
Crazy.
Yeah. So him, for example, a player coming back from injury who has kind of missed a couple games, but that's been sandwiched around the injury time, and it looks messy on the game logs. But that dude absolutely wrecked that 10.5 points, and we even brought up the 13.5 on that stream that day as well. And I believe he ended up dropping 15 or 16.
He had
points,
18.
So.
He had 18. Yeah.
Oh, was it 18?
Yeah, he went crazy. He's their best player.
Oh, nice.
He's their best player at 10.5 points. That was funny.
That was just absolutely crazy. But let's talk about Big JJ Starling and just.
You want to get into
again,
chat? We got a bunch of chat here. You want to get through that first, and then we can go,
yeah.
if you don't mind. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. All right. Well, first we have Big Caleb. Big Caleb. I must say, Big Caleb has been riding with this college basketball, and he's been kicking back and finding a bunch of plays with us. So jump in the Discord, man. We have fun in there, man. We find the right plays, ride them together, and hopefully come out on top. And even if every now and then you got to lose, but we lose together, it's fun. Damien843 says, I need the we about to go big. Hit him with the prize picks. He needs the old thing. Well, it'll be back for WNBA, Damien. Don't even worry about that. AOD says, hello, legends. AOD, what's up, bro?
Yo, what's good, dude?
Hey, AOD was following the plays last stream because he said, look, winner sold. Yep. Bell respected the coin. Yep. We're all D-Gens united as one. Yep. And then he said, let's cook. E, modest money and underrated. Let's cook. That's what AOD says. Okay, here we go. And also, guys, if you have any questions, college questions, we prefer. But if you have some MBAs, we can hit you up with those MBA questions as well. Hit the like button if you do not mind. That would help us very much. And Damien says, Condon rebounds. So it's Alex Condon from Florida. Rebounds 7.5. What do you think about his rebounds? And I will say, well, that was Danny C yesterday. Danny C came with a few plays because he had winners rebounds and that ended up hitting. And our PR didn't hit. His rebounds hit. It's like, where's Danny C? He's about to come on here and tell us. But Condon rebounds, Damien says. What do you think about that? Ooh, shit. Got a lot of green bars. Got to look into that.
Yeah, so, I mean, honestly, I don't know how to feel about this game, if I'm keeping it a buck with you. It's hands down. Yeah, this is hands down the toughest matchup Florida's going to play, I think, to date. I mean, they've had a lot of cake matchups. Like, all these were almost 300, super low end of the pack, but I don't know. I'm really nervous about that. And, man, it's tough to say. So, I mean, they are at home, which I definitely want to give them the benefit of the doubt for. Because I see we have kind of two different questions about that. So, his rebounds and then Walter Clayton's RA, which both look amazing. I mean, of course they do. Of course they look amazing today.
Oh, it's Danny C. What's up, bro? He's back. Nice hit on that winner rebounds. I think winner had 7 rebounds, if I'm not mistaken. I know he had 6 in the first half, so I hope he had 7.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah, it was a good call there for sure. But yeah, so for these two guys, that's tough. I mean, I like the consistency of Alex, but Walter Clayton's such a ball dominant player. Like, there could be a lot of potential for the playmaking has been fairly steady, but the rebounding, man, I don't know. It's so hard to depend on him for the RA because he is, a spot up shooter and he does like to play a little bit of ISO ball. That one's tough, man. That one's really tough. I'd probably lean Alex if I had to, because it is still a decent pace in total, but I'm really nervous. This game could be either really ugly or could actually go the distance. I'm kind of worried this game might not go the distance.
Tennessee is gangster, huh? What I was looking at was Clayton's under points last night, but I was a little scared to want to play it, but Tennessee looks tough, bro. They don't fuck around. They do not fuck around. The unders have been a little harder, I will say, with college. I think it's because we're focusing more on the star players. Star players are going to get the ball, so it's harder to take their unders. But certain matchups, man, I don't know. Like you're gonna pull up that under 3-pointer one later, I think today too. Bonk Sanford. I don't know if you had that on your list, but.
Yeah, I think I was kind of waiting on some clarification back from Coach.
Okay.
I mean, I like it in a nutshell, a player at 3.4, but he did kind of cook them last year, so there is that. Okay.
Damien goes on to say, missed by 1, the 22.5 points and rebounds of Zuby, I think he's talking about. Yeah. Missed by 1. I think he played like 6 minutes in the first half from foul trouble and then came in and tried to get it for us. He balled in the second half, just didn't get there. But today, fresh slate, 20.5. 20.5 PR for Big Zoob. Gotta take that. AOD says, smash the like button for the bros. Appreciate you, AO.
And Zoop's another one too. Like if he gets an early foul trouble or something like that, be on the lookout for his second half for live stuff because he definitely will turn up in the second half.
Right. AOD says Fat Beats sounds like NBA Live soundtrack from 2009. He's hyped. AOD's hyped. I get hyped. When AOD's hyped, I get hyped. Ant the Kid says, I'm late. Did you guys talk about Ian S on Clemson? I don't know how to pronounce his last name either, so I'm glad you just wrote Ian S as well. But what do you think about Ian on Clemson? I know we've played him before, and I'm not sure of the matchup today. What they're playing? Who are they playing? Louisville?
Louisville.
Okay. Louisville is an interesting team. I like watching their games.
Sheffield, I mean, honestly, I kind of glanced over this team, to be honest, because it wasn't the greatest of matchups, but let's see what it do.
Let's see what it does. He said PR as well. And we didn't talk about him, but we will now. If you guys got any other questions, throw them in the chat. There's not many people talking college, so come on, let's do it. Hit the like too if you don't mind, guys, and get a few more people in here. We got 26 people watching, 16 likes. We're trying to get to 25 likes for good luck on all our bets today. Good luck on all our bets. Hit the likes, guys. We need good luck on all our bets, right?
Yes, we do. Absolutely.
Okay, what you got there, Big Ian?
Yeah, I mean, this dude's a rebound machine, that's for sure.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, pretty much almost a walking double-double, so I think the PR has a 0.5 tax on it here, like usual. What's that game total? 147. Could be a little bit better. It's not bad, though. 3.5 point spread. I mean, he's definitely not bad. You know, I think he's a phenomenal rebounder. I definitely wouldn't take that straight up. So, I mean, the PR makes the most sense. I hate that they have this for slight plus money, and then they have the tax on the PR itself.
Yeah. Can you look him up on Outlier for us, and maybe there's a different line somewhere? Because he just put PR in the chat. Maybe there's a 22 or 23. Ooh. It goes up even.
I don't see that. Yeah.
Okay. Well, yeah, they're just pushing him up a little bit too high. It's more like a reach, man. I don't know. I mean, me personally, I would see that and be like, there's other plays I think that are better out there. So
Let me see if he's still on PrizePicks.
all right. Well, while you're doing that, Eric's here. Hey, guys. He says, hey, guys. What's up, Eric? Eric, I like that list, man, you've been coming with every day. You've been putting in your work, bro. I got to give you that. It's only going to get better and better the more you do it. What you going to say?
Yeah, and I know it crapped out on me yesterday for some of those just weird, like, again, coaching rotations. But day before that, we went X and 1, so trying to run it back, hopefully today.
Oh, yeah.
We'll dig into more NBA a little bit later. The college slate was so massive, we had to devote pretty much all of today to that. So
yeah,
we will have that a little bit later.
That's what's up. And the other Eric that was in the chat, he said, hey, guys, and I've been seeing his list, too. You guys both been coming with lists. So people been putting in work in the Discord. You just, come through and you want to win some money. I mean, that's what happens. Katrina Caldwell says, hello. What's going on?
Yo.
Danny C already said rebounds and assists for Clayton. What were you going to say?
Yeah, so addressed that a minute ago, hopefully, when we were talking about the other guy.
Other guy?
Alex. Yeah, Alex.
Yeah.
Real fast, just kind of circling back to Ian. I think it is a bit more of a scarier matchup than I would prefer. So, I mean, the best two things that he can really do outside of, marginal free throw upside, one of his biggest, I think, benefactors is his offensive rebounding upside, and it's a really, really, really tough offensive rebounding matchup. So, I mean, he could definitely still walk away, I think, with 8 to 9 rebounds. Double-digit rebounds might be a stretch for that. So, if you really wanted some action on him, maybe just honestly the straight up points. I mean, he has double-digit field goal attempts in a lot of the games, anyways. But kind of pushing it on. You need to be really, really efficient or get to the free throw line.
Okay. Danny C also says, what about Jordan Gainey's PRA? He is the guard on Tennessee, Jordan Gainey. What do you think about that guy?
Gainey on Tennessee.
Gainey on Tennessee. Looks like he's a little. I'm looking at his game log now. He's a little up and down.
He's a bench player, looks like. Let's see what Big Gains does.
Big Gainy.
Yeah.
Coming off the
Yeah,
bench.
bench player.
What's his PRA, I guess? What's the line they're giving us? That's the question. Ooh, it's low as
14 and a
heck.
half.
That is pretty low. We'll say. Danny C's been coming with the plays, though, I will say.
Yeah, that PRA is definitely low.
That's very
again,
low.
bench player, but
That's very low, huh? What's going on Tennessee that we're missing here that has that line so low? What the fuck?
it's probably just a matchup.
Yeah.
Let's see. Missed against Arkansas. UVA, not surprised.
It is on the
he's
low
definitely
side, though.
cooking against. Yeah, well, the biggest thing is I think the minutes kind of being as consistent as they are. You know, you would love to see him play closer to 30 minutes, but I mean, at least 25 minutes. Let's kind of see what that median looks like.
You're right, though.
At least
It's
25.
that Florida matchup for sure.
Yeah, I mean, that definitely has to be somewhat scary, but let's see. Even in just a baseline 25 minutes, I mean, he averages 11, 3, and 2. So, I mean, that's at least 16. So that gives us a 2-point kind of cushion. That's not bad. I mean, it's definitely not bad, I think, for the amount of minutes he's getting. It's only the matchup, you know, strictly just a matchup.
It's like, bro, does he never get an assist or what? Because look at that. It's like 10 and a half, 3 and a half. That's 14. I'm not the best at math, but that's 14 already. So, I mean, if he could just squeak out one assist, you're at 15 already. Like, that PRA is just not even right. Like, you see what I'm saying? 10 and a half points, 3 and a half rebounds. That's 14. But his PRA is 14 and a half. Like, that number is just value in itself.
Yeah, and I mean, honestly, the assist
Bro, all he
could be
needs is
better,
one.
but
all he needs is one to make that
Right.
value. That's crazy. That's crazy. I like that. I mean, I'm not going to sit here and play $1 million, but I definitely don't mind. Someone comes with that play and says, "What do you think?" I'm like, "Hey, what can I say?" You know, that's dope to me. I just like it
I'm
when the
with you.
bookies fuck up when that it's so low. It's like, bro, you could play 25 minutes. It is the matchup. That's about the only thing.
yeah, strictly the matchup. If it was any other team, I mean, that play might even be a nuke, like a 2-unit play.
Right. Hey, we got some college lovers in here today. I like it. Ant the Kid has a few questions. Let's see if you can look at these. What do you think about... Oh, he says they all look good to him. What do you think about Dylan Mitchell? 10 and a half points. Dylan Mitchell. I haven't looked much at him, but I always see his name. He's just a lower... Is he a bench player? Or is he a role? He's just a role player.
I think he is a bench player, but let's see. Yeah, he's a power forward. I think this guy had low minutes. No. It was low shot volume. That was kind of his. The only thing about him, I mean, playing pretty solid minutes. You know, I'd say pencil him down for about 30. He is one of their forwards, so I mean, he is pretty efficient at the shooting he does. It's just the shot volume is very, very low, under 10.
You know what might be going on with him? Actually, it looks like he's shooting about the same all season. I was going to say, I wonder if Skilling's coming back is taking down his number a little bit, because I'm wondering why the bookies got it on the lower side. You know? His line's pretty low for what is, 10 and a half points. Is pretty fucking low. Again. Right?
This dude's been a rebound machine, too.
It got to be because Skillings is back, huh? Or are they scared of
Oh,
him?
yeah.
It is, right? Okay. So they are doing some adjustments on that one.
Yeah, I mean, and you can see it's slightly favored for the under, which I think that's pretty debatable. But they did tax the PR, which is kind of funny. This guy, he gets some assists, right?
Not really.
Yeah, maybe not so much that. I don't mind it, to be honest. I mean, it's not the worst matchup by any means. Surprisingly, really, really good assist upside, and I think it's a pretty solid 3-point match. Yeah, it's a really, really good 3-point matchup. So, I don't mind it. I mean, it looks good on the surface. The only thing is, I will say, Big Seamus, this dude has just kind of fallen off the face of the earth. I don't know what's going on with that.
That's the skillings factor, maybe. It looks like right when he came back.
Yeah, I mean, he took an obvious hit from his 3-point production, so Skillings just stepped into that role. But you got to also kind of keep him on their radar, though, because I think at some point he will step back as, somewhat of a focus or somewhat of a force in the offense itself. And I mean, he took such a massive drop off, like that has to level out a little bit. So maybe we see him closer to 8-9 field goal attempts here soon. But something to definitely keep in the back of your mind, because he's still playing his normal minutes and everything. So he's on the floor. He's just not really doing anything right now, but kind of cutting into the RA. So a little something to think about. But yeah, honestly, I think for a low sweat, you could even just do a half unit, take the 10.5 points, and then even play the 6.5 rebounds. Because I mean, this dude's wrecking that as well. It might even be worth it to honestly pay the tax and just play the PR outright.
Yeah, I mean, a 0.5 tax isn't much for getting the option of both of those, helping the other one. I always like that better if possible. That payout for 10.5 is pretty nice, though, too. Anyways, he also says Matt Cross, forward for SMU, going against North Carolina today. 11.5 points. Have you looked at old Matt Cross? I know you were. Who were you talking about? Oh, you were talking about Mitchell, I think it was.
No. Somebody else. Oh, did they bump Starling?
Big Starling's getting bumped, as he should. Yeah, was the dude you liked his assists on SMU? Forget his name now. I'll let you do that though.
Oh, was it Boogie? Yep, 22 PRA now. Hope you guys got it.
It's got to be somewhere else at 21.5 still, I would think.
Let's see if he moved on PrizePicks. No, he's still on PrizePicks. You can get him there.
Fuck PrizePicks. Can we get him on Fliff? Can we get him on FanDuel?
Did they ever add the game to Fliff? They wouldn't do it all day, man.
No. If you got FanDuel, though, you're sitting pretty. If you have FanDuel, don't play PrizePicks or Underdog unless there's something special there. But random.
Oh, yeah.
What's up?
I remember I was looking at Big Boopy Miller, Kevin Miller.
Yeah. I didn't know that was the same guy. I just seen his name was Boopy, and I was like, who? And then you said Kevin Miller. I said, oh, yeah, Kevin Miller looks good. I don't know about Boopy, but I guess it's the same guy. I remember now.
Sorry. I'm totally ADD-ing over here. What was the original question or the player?
Oh, it was Matt Cross, and he was just on the same team, so I was just wondering if you looked at him, because I knew you were looking at old Boopy. So he says Matt Cross over 11.5 points.
Cross is definitely another interesting player. Started the season, he got hurt, and then came back from that. Obviously played off the bench, had limited minutes in the blowout, but minutes back on the rise, back in the starting lineup. He's looked really, really well over the last, almost month now, taking basically almost double-digit field goal attempts. He is a little bit more dependent on his kind of, 3-point shooting as far as just overall field goal volume. So, I mean, that is a thing. I want to say it wasn't a bad 3-point matchup either.
You gotta like that matchup, North Carolina. You gotta like it. Giddy North Carolina.
Oh yeah, so it's actually a phenomenal 3-point matchup, which is another reason why I thought Boopy or Kevin Miller, whichever. I don't know why his assists are at 4.5. It's a pretty good game or a game environment. I think it's 167 or 161 total, over 160 regardless. So it'll be one of the higher end of the slate. But yes, so good 3-point matchup. I don't mind that on the surface. His assist also, I think, correlates with that really well. And let's see. Yeah, so I mean that helps him out here. Let's see about the offensive rebounding, because that's something he's kind of shined in, which looks like, yeah, it's a good rebound matchup for him, both offensive and just in general rebounds. So let's go back to that game. Was it MSU?
SMU.
SMU, yeah. Okay, so they actually gave us his points, 11.5, 1.5 threes. That's interesting. I wish his rebounds weren't so high, but honestly, I mean, what they have, the PRA, I think the straight up points, yes, I could get behind that. And then even the PRA, I mean, this dude's getting assists, so I'm actually kind of surprised they have him just left at 1.5. Let's see.
He got another question too,
Nope.
and it's funny. So basically,
Yeah,
you're
what's up?
saying the cross is decent. You like the cross play better than the Mitchell play, right? Dylan Mitchell, you're just talking about 10.5 points. Or you like them both the same?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, it kind of feels about the same. If I really had to pick, I would probably say Dylan Mitchell points. And then
I just like this cross matchup. Just fast ass
Yeah.
play, 167 total or something. Somebody got to score. Get in there, Matthew. Can you score 12, buddy?
Maybe even the PA could possibly be better, because this dude is definitely playmaking, and I don't think they have that really taken into consideration. I know he had a 0 here, but they
Yeah.
won by 30. He is a stock getter, so you can see these are probably converting into assists as well. But yeah, I mean, since the game's back, and my voice just cracked there. Since the game's back, and playing 30 plus minutes, he's had at least 2 in every single game. So I mean, I would even consider maybe penciling down for a third.
Okay. One last one from him. He says, Ant the Kid says, Abu O over 6.5 rebounds, which is I don't know how to pronounce it. It's Usman, I think, the big guy on Oklahoma State. Remember, I remember betting on him a couple of times in a row. He was at like 9.5 points at the beginning of the season. You know what I'm talking about?
Nope.
Usman for Oklahoma State. Ousma. There you go. Remember? You don't remember at the beginning?
Yeah.
I was betting him, and he kept fouling. Like he's a foul machine. But when he does play,
Yeah.
he does pretty well.
Yeah, I remember we just stopped playing him because he couldn't stay out of foul trouble.
Mm-hmm. I was looking at him every once in a while to see if he would learn his lesson, and he kind of has a few times. And I was like, damn, he did well. But then there's other games where he seems like he's good. Like he got talent, but his mind is wandering at times. He's just out there doing funny shit. So it's hard to bet on him, but he said 6.5 boards.
Yeah, honestly, the rebounding is definitely going to be the better part of the upside. There is pretty phenomenal free throw upside too, so kind of correlates with the offensive rebounds they're giving up too. Yeah, I mean, honestly, it's a really good rebounding upside. It looks like there's decent value on the points as well. I don't know if you want to go down that route with the PR too, but the rebounds, at least he's been consistent so far in the season.
He just needs the minutes. Those are his
Yeah.
foul out times. At least he's played a little more in the last 4 games.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. His fantasy would be pretty nice too, but I don't think we had an option for that.
I like him.
I will
and
say,
it might hit,
I will
but
say,
what?
just to answer the question, in a nutshell, yes, I like the rebound spot for him. Consistent wise, kind of sketchy there.
Danny C says winner sold, blowout. Yep, winner sold. But he sold. Did he sell his rebounds too? I think he might be saying he actually even did that because I swear he had 6 at halftime. That's crazy.
Oh, maybe.
Oh, I like this.
All right,
Look at. Oh, go ahead.
I was going to say, just before we get too far along, because we only actually had one other play to talk about, and I think we can just kind of wrap it up on that. But just wanted to bring up Claudette here real fast. This is one play that I kind of was looking at right before we hopped on stream, and wanted to talk to you about him as well. But so another player, we're catching him whenever he's coming off the bench back into the starters. All season, this coach has been kind of messing with the starting 5 for the most part. It really looked like he was struggling from the November 4th to December 4th straight up. That whole month, he was making a lot of adjustments, but he did have a few spot starts, and in all 3 of those spot starts, he had 11, 10, and 8 field goal attempts. So double digit already, pretty solid. He's a 3-point sniper for the team, and something that they have also kind of struggled with in their starting 5 just as a whole. Well, this game he finally he finally started playing starter minutes, and he was taking over for one of the guards in the starting 5, and coach just finally made that decision to go ahead and put him in with the starting 5. So thankfully that hasn't affected his usage rating, which they've actually leaned on him even more to take more threes and just play more overall minutes. But I think this is another player for 10.5 points. First off, they have his threes at 2.5. So, assuming he can get that, that's 9 points right there. And we just need 1 bucket from the field. Feels pretty good in that regard already. But I do actually think he can get 3 threes. It's a good matchup for him. Nothing that we're really scared of at all. And from, again, what he's been doing with the starting role, I think it's just a solid spot for him. So 10.5 points. Seems really low. Crushed it in 3 out of the 4 games that he started. I think we got to take, maybe even just a half unit, but a little sprinkle on that one.
I like it. Makes sense. I like the guys just coming up and getting into their zone, and bookies aren't all the way caught up on the numbers yet. That's the best way. You cannot deny it.
I think so.
I like what Banks says here, though. E, can you please start doing Dog of the Day play? He wants
Dog of the Day.
Dog of the Day play. Ant says, just noticed not many guys talk college. I just noticed Bigs Eat versus Louisville, North Carolina, and Kansas State. You're right, Ant, that not many people do talk about college. Not many do. That's why it's dope that you're here and you found us. He said, just subbed. Not many guys talk about college. Appreciate the sub. And that's what's up, man. The more people we can get talking about college, the better we're all going to get together. So it's dope that you're here. And he said, but Bigs Eat versus Louisville, North Carolina, and Kansas State. Okay. There we go.
Look at that.
What you got?
Look at this overcorrection from PrizePicks. They didn't even go to 22.5. They just jumped straight to 23.
What did we get it at? 21.5? You saw?
Yes, sir.
See, those are the plays, man. Those don't happen in NBA. You know what? Those don't happen in WNBA.
No, not for real.
Bro, how many times have we found, even yesterday, Ian Jackson was 18.5 on FanDuel. We woke up, it's 21.5, and it was 20.5 everywhere else. There's been plays like that almost every day that are a couple points off. That's crazy. That's like your own taco right there, almost.
Damn, he's 23.5 on Underdog now.
Hey, E, why are you moving lines, bro?
Hey, that's what we do, apparently.
I guess. I wonder if anyone else in this world... Well, someone must have been betting on him, too. I'm sure we didn't move the lines. They just moved 2 PRA since we've been on stream.
Yeah, honestly.
What? You know what, though? It could be a small amount of money that moves these college props, too. So, a couple nukes and they move. Caleb says, Javon Small, RA. Big Caleb. Big Caleb is here. He came in first. Ian's not even here to try to come in first. Boo. Give Ian a piece of my mind. Give Ian a piece of my mind in this Discord today. He's going to hate me. Don't hate me, Ian. Looking up Javon Small there. His RA.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's definitely a little taxed, I will say. It's really taxed, actually.
What was his number? What was his line at? Don't say it's 8.5.
No, 10.5.
Oh, hell no. Why?
Yeah, that's pretty crazy, actually.
Oh, I guess because he got there a few times in a row. That's all. Look at what he... Woo-wee. That's interesting.
Yeah. I mean, he's definitely getting after it, so he's got it in him, but, I mean, that line is pretty high up there. I don't know if... So he's having a spike rebound performance, obviously, but man, I don't know about that. I know one thing. It's slightly higher than his season average.
I was gonna say I know one thing. I like it when there's. Oh, my dog said likes one thing too. Oh shit! Hold on.
Now, I mean, that 10.5 is at least a discount from what Underdog has. So I don't know if the payout or you're getting a payout ding or anything like that. But
yeah, that's crazy. It just seems too high, doesn't it? But what happened in those last two games? Sorry, my dog was out there to eat the postman.
No, you're good. You're good. Good question, actually. Let's see if somebody was out.
Ant says Ian eats on the road. It was 23.5. Jezreel Bell says eCash and you are prop goats. Appreciate you, bro. Ant says bet. I got a straight bet with his points. I forget who we were probably. Was it Dylan? I forget who you were talking about with the points. Lanier points. That's an interesting one. When you're done with that, just put you back to work. We got more work for you. Don't try to quit.
I appreciate that.
Hey, if anyone has questions, throw them in the chat. Big E loves to answer these questions. Look at him. No, but for real, appreciate it, bro. If you guys, if don't mind, hit the like for this man. He's working overtime. 22 likes. We only need 3 more for good luck on our bets, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, it's never a problem. Man, so that's tough to say because go back to the RA question.
Mm-hmm.
So it looks like Hansberry, he got hurt this last game. So he did go out for specifically that last game, which kind of makes sense. I mean, he definitely had a rebound spike there. But if he's playing in the same position, I'm assuming he either came in and played the same or he slid over, filled in for this position, or they stayed small and just didn't work in the backup center. But
I want to hear Caleb's reasoning. I always like to hear people's reasoning, just to see what they're looking at, you know? Maybe he saw something extra too that he could throw at us. Caleb, if you're listening, bro, throw that in the chat and we'll see what you were looking at. Ooh, we're at 24 likes. We only need 1 more. Oh shit.
Now I will say real fast, just kind of one last thing about this team in general. Interesting thing, because we really haven't seen this at all. This is some WNBA shit right here, but this was a really tight rotation. I mean, coach basically played five players almost the entire game, and then just 3 bench players.
I like that.
So if that's the case, if that's going to be the case again, then yeah, Small should be leading in minutes.
Is that a newer thing? Upside. Is that a newer thing that they just started doing there? Or has it been like that, do you think? Actually, his minutes have been pretty high in the entire season, huh?
Yeah, for
Oh,
him, for sure.
Caleb's writing actually. He said Javon was 8.5, not 10.5. Did it bump from 8.5 to 10.5? He's writing. He wrote it in the Discord right now.
Oh,
Crazy.
geez, yeah. No, 8.5 was a steal, absolutely. 10.5 feels pretty appropriate.
Yeah,
Um,
8.5 does sound crazy. Now that we look at looking through all that, what the hell? See, that's what I'm talking about, though. You can get stuff like that with college. It's so fun. It's so fun, bro. It's like Easter egg hunting. You never know what you're gonna
that,
get.
that that is kind of a cool find, though, and something that I think as soon as we hop off, I'm gonna circle back to this too, because it does look like this team plays pretty much a 5-man rotation plus either 2 or 3 bench guys. I mean, the last 3 games basically straight. This was the only deviation, was 3 games ago, but even still, 3 out of the starters played pretty hefty minutes, and I think this was, it was a blowout too, so they probably could have played a little bit more.
Oh, he said he put it in on FanDuel last night at 8.5. See, man, FanDuel is so dope. Whoever has FanDuel, they're happy with the college props that FanDuel offers. FanDuel just keeps on giving up good shit. They had the Ian Jackson 18.5. They had that Caleb found 8.5. They have all that shit. They had Flag at 17.5 last game. They had Skillings at 10.5. Like every time. What's up?
This is kind of interesting look here. So same situation. We got a bench player coming into a starting role. I'm going to double check. I want to fact check this to make sure these guys are still out. But they have Eduardo here at just 27.8 fantasy. But let's take a look at the spot starts we've had so far this year. Not really a competitive game, and he had 3 fouls. So slight foul risk. I'm going to go ahead and throw that out there. He may or may not get into some early foul trouble, but I mean, look at the 2 games that he started, and this game where he picked up the injury minutes off of that game as well. So basically 3 starts right here. I mean, I see 30, 33, and then 26 fantasy. But that game, he had 3 turnovers. So, I mean, let's take that down to 1 turnover. He should have had 28 fantasy and 24 fantasy here in just 20 minutes with another massive blowout game. That could be another sleeper play for sure, because this guy is active all over the place. I mean, he does everything.
I love him. I love these kind of plays. I must admit, because you get to find them. Bookies are sleeping on these college plays, bro. They're just putting their averages up a lot of times. Barely looking at the matchup. It's exactly like MPB. Exactly.
I'm going to take a peek on their social medias here real quick to see if we have any kind of clarification for that. But yeah, if this guy starts, and I think it's projected to be a close game. Yeah, 4 points, 143. Could be better, and he's at home too.
It's Arizona. It's the Arizona factor. That's what we've been noticing too. When they go up against the decent or really good defensive teams, they really dip their props. They really, really do. So sometimes players can get through it, but sometimes they do get stuck and their totals do stay down. But we shall see. There's some that are too good to be true. But I'm thinking the more we do this, the more it's feeling like maybe just stick to the good matchup games. But let's just see. Because when someone's playing against North Carolina, I want to take them. Shit like that.
Yeah, so we'll leave this as just kind of a lower play. One that we'll look at, I think, tomorrow back on this. But I definitely want to throw this into consideration, though.
Guess what?
We
got 25 likes.
Hey, perfect.
Hey, 25 likes. You know what I'm noticing? That means that people are getting into college a little bit more. I will say we would have over 100 viewers live when we were doing WNBA. We kicked back to college, started fresh. It's like we're starting over. And it takes a while for people to figure it out and go, oh shit, they talk about college over there? I'm going to go check that out. And there's some people who really actually are into it. And this is the spot to be. So I'm glad that people are here hitting the likes and chilling, talking about college. Man, we got questions about college props today. We've had a few, but I'm liking it, guys. This is the spot to talk about college. That's what I'm liking. What do you think about Lanier points? Are you looking at Curtis first? Mamba Mindset. I remember that name. What's up?
Yeah, I was looking at him real fast, just kind of as a easy play here for PrizePicks with that. But reading chat too, Tucker DeVries, if he plays, then that's something we need to pay attention to because I believe he is a guard, if I'm not mistaken. How long
you're reading the
ago was he
Discord?
playing? Yeah, or the chat there.
Oh, I see.
Somebody was typing in
If
chat.
Tucker plays Javon Small, usage will go down. Oh, there you go.
Yeah.
There you go. Beautiful. I love it.
Yeah, so we need to find out that. That's definitely important. But I think, and we could also see, them drop down Eduardo too, because Tucker shouldn't affect that. I don't know if he should step in and just take over for Small straight up, or if maybe he steps in for that kind of center role. But they need him for more of 3-point shooting. So I think Eduardo actually might be the safer one to take in the blind here, and then we'll just kind of wait up for Javon Small.
Okay. Big Nugs here.
Sweet. Yo, what's up, dude?
He says, will Zuby get 1 assist, Big E? Or he says, or RA, does RA look better for Zuby? I think he's saying it because the PR is only 1 less than the PRA in most places. Damn, we got 20.5 last night on the PR, and now it's 22. Woo-wee. Shit moves.
Yep. Lots of bumping. It is that time of the day. And I think it's a smaller NBA slate too. So with like 5 games. 1, 2,
7.
3, 4, 5. Yeah. So there's only 7 games. Yeah. So people are exploring different options today. Looks like NBA is not the only thing.
I think people are just getting bored of the NBA. Here, pass it to me. Shoot a 3. Oh, it didn't go in? Oh, well, let's run down the court again. Here, you shoot a 3. Oh, it went in. Yay. No one cares. Jay Nug says, Dalen Swain, PR. Look at Big Nug throwing in some college plays. Swain, PR, Big Nug says.
Yeah, I was looking at Swain last night, actually. I don't remember if I ended up on the PR itself or his RA. Is one of the two. It might have been the RA, but yeah, the PR is definitely favorable. Pretty good rebounding spot for him. I mean, he's been a very active guard. He's playing more like a small forward, to be honest, but point upside is looking pretty good lately. It's not a good matchup, or it's not a great matchup, but yeah, this dude's been getting after it. You can either straight up points or the PR, either one of those.
Okay. Let's see what else we got. Oh yeah, Lanier points. I was trying to say. What about Lanier? He's been balling. Tennessee. Big game.
What is it?
LANIER. Chaz.
Oh, big Chaz.
Yeah, Chaz balls, bro. Balls. The only thing is his lines are so high. It's just I hate having to reach for that. What do you think? And this matchup's scary too.
Yeah, honestly, I mean, it kind of feels like this is one maybe to, if you're going to do it, take a smaller unit portion. He's got it in him, and I definitely don't doubt, this team at all. This is arguably both teams' hardest matchup they've played. Maybe not to date, but for Florida, definitely their hardest matchup to date. Tennessee, pretty tough matchup for sure.
Okay. Chill Will, what's up? He says, gents, I'm in Maryland. Any ideas which books I can use to bet college props? Yeah, finding college props is always a little more difficult. But once you do, what do you think in Maryland? I would, usually it's pretty easy. You can almost chat GPT that shit or like Google it and say, what sports books or fantasy apps are allowed in Maryland? And they'll give you a list. That's what I would do.
Northeastern's pretty good about being very open to sports betting. So, I would check the standard, DraftKings, FanDuel, and then just you can Google that, but I would probably just go to specific betting, sites and stuff. We can definitely have more chats about it in the Discord. Get down in there. We got plenty of different books that we talk about, in variety. I would,
bro, yes, we get in there and fucking try to get on every app possible and figure out what's the advantage of each one, and we really break it down. Sorry, I didn't mean to cut you. I was looking on here for Maryland too. I was getting excited for Chill Will because I was like, oh shit, I think you can get them all. Oh yeah, Maryland sports betting is legal and live. 11 online sports books to choose from. Oh, I got the answer, Chill Will. FanDuel, buddy. Get that FanDuel, bro. Unless it's in a place where they don't offer college, huh?
Yeah, some of them are a little weird about it state to state, but I was pretty sure you at least have access to books. So if not for straight up college, you should have it for everything else.
Player props is the thing too. They let you do the spreads and the lines and shit and the totals, but they don't let you do player props. Here we go. Can you bet on college sports? Oh man, betting on college player props is prohibited in Maryland. Ew.
Yep. Sounds like Colorado.
So what you got to do is really you can go to Fliff. That's what I do. If you can't do that, Fliff got a lot of good shit. Go ahead. Sorry.
I was just gonna say, circling back to this Curtis Jones play, just playing a safe bet here. I'm gonna take probably half my taco, throw it on this. Curtis Jones 1.5 threes just feels like a pretty solid safe play. Wrecked it last year. He's only missed it 2 games so far this season. Really good matchup, pace up, all that good stuff. So for a safer little parlay play, I'm gonna throw some monies on that and call it a day.
Big Curtis. I always think of 50 Cent.
Big Curtis.
Curtis Jackson.
That's right.
It says Fliff's available in Maryland, so if you're still here, Chill Will, that's why I would download Fliff. It's a little weird at the beginning because they have this way of getting around the law, but it's really a sports book. You just got to play it in a little bit different way where you'll put in your money and then you got to change your fake coins to real money, and then they say you won a sweepstakes when you win. Yeah, it's kind of weird. But you can still bet. Just go through the bullshit. It takes 5 to 10 minutes to get used to. Fliff is the one. Danny C says, JT Toppin's still okay to take at 15 points, E? Or you like the 14.5 that much more? I wonder where it's 15.
Yeah, if you can... it's got to be on PrizePicks, I'm sure.
Oh, Danny C.
Yeah.
We got to have a chat. If you're on PrizePicks, we got to... Go ahead.
Yeah, if you can get that anywhere else, I would definitely play it. Literally anywhere else.
And if you're on PrizePicks, you should just cash out all your money and log out and never go back. That's my advice.
Where the hell is he?
Curtis. Maybe it's on Dabble or... Curtis.
Oh, yeah. So even PrizePicks, I think they had him at 14.5 for a while, but yeah, you can get him on like Fliff, Underdog, Hot Streak. He's still all the same there.
J-Nug says, let's fucking go. Eat cow dung bookies.
Yes, sir.
You see how I read that totally wrong? Oh, you got to go?
Yeah, I think we need to wrap it up because we got games starting. Waiting on a little bit of injury news here, too.
He wants to get his plays in. What's up?
Plus, I got to come over this NBA slate. I was able to at least do the metrics and everything, but I need to roll over that real fast. So we're going to get on out of here. We had a nice extra long stream, no pause for y'all today. So feeling pretty good. Hell, we saw multiple plays bump in stream today, so you got to feel real good about that.
Oh, yeah. That's what's up, man.
All right, y'all. Well, underrated, as always. Appreciate it, man. It's been good. We're going to head out of here and catch you guys in the Discord. So on your way out, do us a huge favor. If you haven't already, hit that like and subscribe down below. That way you don't miss out. And good luck tonight. We're going to be back here tomorrow. Catch y'all later. Peace.